everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to continue the Vath Society quest, where, good news because we are all caught up on the previous tier's quest because they all very pleasantly spawned in for me with plenty of time to spare. All of our quests for this episode are going to be from the current Trusted tier. We don't have any catch-up to do, which is excellent. Alright, Vath Kenai, we're starting off today with a long shot. The Vath Kenai seems very pleased with himself. Lately, the Convictors invest much of their gil in the construction of larger cannons. However, they are not satisfied with their performance. Not satisfied at all. To fire a single round, 3 times the normal amount of fire sand is required. This is far too much. We offer to help our friends find a better alternative. So, between commissions, we spent much time experimenting. Finally, success. We created a new fire sand mixture much more potent than the old. But there is a problem. During our research, we exhausted our supply of some essential components. We need 3 bags of red sand from Avalonia Fallen and 3 pieces of dead wood from the Smoldering Waste. Please, Great Adventure, can you go and fetch them for us? Of course! I will go grab all the supplies you need so you can make this much more potent fire sand. Then everybody will benefit. Alright, let's see. Avalonia Fallen is far down there. And a long shot. Smoldering Waste was the Deadwood. Alright, Deadwood up here, and the red sand is much further in. There's 1. There's number 2 up there. And then number 3 over here. There we are, got plenty of deadwood. Now for the red sand. There's some right over there. Oh, perfect. There's plenty in the area. There's 2. I'm going to take a guess that the third one's going to be up on top of the cliff. Yep, there you are. Oh, good. Look who's up. Hi, Tarask. And good luck to anyone who needs to kill that still. Hopefully you've got blue mages on hand. Alright, back we go. Hello, Vath Kenai. I return with all the materials you need. You saw it, yes? Hush, the Deftarm will hear. Hear what? What's happening in there? I'm actually very curious now. Ah! Mountain jump scare. You got off your mount and terrified me. Oh, I see how it is. They only say it. Interesting. I'll figure out what that means eventually, I'm sure. You have returned. Did you bring the red sand and deadwood? I did. This red-tinged sand occurs in abundance in and around Avalonia Fallen, and hardwood branches that have been left exposed to the sun and are now perfect for producing lump charcoal. After your long journey, you must be keen to know more about this process. You see, red sand when combined with the charcoal produced from this deadwood in the precise ratio will. Oh, how foolish of us. It is not our place to share such valuable secrets even with a friend. We will only say that the resulting compound has the ability to increase the explosive power of fire sand. You look surprised. Why, Mighty Hunter, you should know best of all that ingenuity is the greatest byproduct of individuality. We can accomplish much by continuing to explore the world around us and trading our newfound knowledge with your kind. You say that it is the byproduct of individuality, but then make an argument that trading and exchanging knowledge collectively leads to great advancements. You know what? We're just gonna move on. I am a huge believer in collaboration. I don't believe that individuality is all that. I believe it's valuable, but I don't believe it should be prized to the extent that it is in certain societies and cultures. That said, it is better to have it than not. It is a balance. Where the silver dew grows. The Vath Kenai stares dejectedly at a single sprig of wilted silver dew. Adventurer, your timing is most fortuitous. The Convictory has just sent us a request. They ask for their standard shipment of silver dew. Please go and collect 4 sprigs of these precious plants for us. Silver dew is plentiful in Avalonia Fallen, however take heed. Recently, the One Mind has been driven into a frenzy. Many have been observed harvesting these herbs. They will not take kindly to your presence. Alright, let's go collect some silver dew. That's gonna take us, all the way down there. I'll just meet you there. Alright, now arriving in Avalonia Fallen's southern reaches. Let's get that silver dew and get back to the Vath. Leave now, fleshling, or die where you stand. How about neither? How about I don't do either of those options? I'm not very keen on dying, you see. And I need the silver dew, so I think I'm just gonna take it. If you don't mind, that is. And given that you chose to die, I suppose that means you don't mind. Okay, that second one was unguarded, so that's good. And this is a little bit deeper in dragon territory, so I don't think they're going to be as eager to be grabbing these. This one, maybe. They can be a little bit more stealthy to get up here. Up near the cliffs away. Yep, there it is. Vile fleshling. How dare you steal our dew? No, I don't think this is really being stolen. I don't think this was yours in the first place. We simply both wanted to harvest it, and I got to it first. I'm sorry, but you lost this. Alright, back we go. I'm getting Fenrir a lot today, or recently, rather. Hello, Kenai. I bring to you silver dew, and it wasn't too severely protected at least. You have finally returned. Do you have our silver dew? I do have the dew. A fragrant herb with silver leaves that, when rubbed, turns a bright green. Interesting. Oh, they are beautiful. You, on the other hand, appear much more disheveled than when we last spoke. Did you cross paths with our One Mind brothers? Their obsession with this herb is very concerning, Great Hunter. We fear they intend to wage war on the dragons with it. If we are correct, our One Mind brothers will not stop until the land is stripped of all silver dew. We can ill afford this to happen. Were it to vanish, our guild would crumble to dust. Our sanctuary walls would soon follow. We must begin cultivating our own to prevent this from ever coming to pass. That's a good idea. Some self-sufficiency can never go amiss. The Caelumtree wine spree. The Vath Kenai looks at us with a puzzled glimmer in his hard, beady eyes. How strange, you fleshlings. We talk with you, we trade with you, yet we do not understand. Why do you love this thing called wine so much? It dulls the senses. We do not like this. Why, you ask? The Convictory once requested we procure a crate of wine. We knew not where to find it, so we made our own, improvising as necessary with special ingredients. They are insatiable. The orders come, and though we work hard, we cannot meet demand. We run low on supplies. Great Hunter, please help us. Your generosity knows no bounds. The key ingredient for our wine is the Caelumtree fruit. A juicy fruit found in the Chocobo Forest. Please bring back 3. The best fruit fly on the forest floors. They are the most ripe. I mean, the reason humans love wine? Same reason they love alcohol. Dulling the senses means you can forget about your stresses. That said, it is very addictive for certain people. A good number of people, in fact. So if you are drinking alcohol, 1, be very careful. Drink responsibly. And 2, make sure you are of an age where you can safely and legally and responsibly drink alcohol in the first place. It varies from culture to culture, so I'm not going to prescribe an age. I'm just going to say the younger you are, the more likely you are going to need to have adult supervision. Alright, let's grab this Caelumtree fruit. Nice and easy one, and let's get back to the Kenai. Kenai, I return with your Caelumtree fruit. We smell fruit. Wonderfully ripe fruit. I do indeed have fruit. Though slightly soiled, once dusted off, this deliciously ripe fruit will make for a splendid ingredient. The fragrance scent. It tells us these Caelumtree fruits are at their peak flavor. They'll make for a fine batch indeed. This will take but a moment to prepare. Please excuse us. Oh. All done. Now we must let it ferment. This will take time. Our restless friend over there, however, cannot wait so long. He says he is here to collect the wine we were to deliver to the convictory. It is a good thing we anticipated his arrival. Please take this bottle to him. Okay, question. Did the snorting and slurping... I could assume that maybe the crunching is coming from the fruit itself, but the snorting and the slurping... Interesting. I don't think you want to know how this is made. I do think that the quality probably speaks for itself given how desperate you are for it, so... You just don't want to know how the sausage is made. I couldn't go a moment longer without it, so I've traveled all this way, my good lady. Is it ready? Please, please tell me it's ready. A wine that utilizes several rather unique ingredients, including the sweet juices of the Caelumtree fruit. The resulting alcoholic beverage ensnares the senses with its full-bodied flavor and delightful aroma. Ah, there it is, the wine of all wines. There isn't another drink like it. The flavors, the sweetness, the acidity, and the hint of some sort of exotic spice, perhaps. They play across the length of your tongue and trail into the pit of your stomach, leaving you warm and content. I wonder what exactly it could be that lends the wine such a unique flavor. Whenever I ask, the Vath always seem hesitant to tell me. I suppose it's a silly question anyway. It's glaringly obvious something this good can only be crafted with the finest of ingredients. I mean, yeah! Just maybe not the traditional definition of finest ingredients. The results speak for themselves, clearly. I'm just not into alcohol. Alright, I'll be back once more new dailies arrive, or once our reputation is high enough to move to the next tier. Alright, we are back with good news and bad news. Bad news is you may notice the quality of the visuals have noticeably dropped again. We're back on PS5. Take a look at the Warring Triad episode to see what happened. Or for me to explain what happened, because it was so bad I didn't want to show it. But yeah, we're back on PS5. The experiment has failed, which is unfortunate. I need to save up for a 4K capture card at some point, but I've got so many other expenses happening. I hate living. This sucks. Anyways, good news is, before hitting max reputation on this tier, the other two remaining friendly quests have appeared, Ploughing ahead and at full pelt. Sorry, trusted, not friendly. Friendly is the previous tier. The Vath Kenai sniffing at a plant with silver leaves. Adventurer, Hargild Silverdew is popular. So popular. Demand grows daily and our stores grow thin. Soon we will not have enough to light our censers, let alone send to the convictors. This worry has spurred us to cultivate our own. The fleshlings of Tailfeather have helped us to do so, but our plans are lacking in their most vital property. The scent which drives the dragons away. If our incense is ineffective, our reputation will suffer. All our Silverdew must be tested. There is much to be done. Mighty Hunter, please take these bundles and evaluate their quality for us. The best test subjects are dragons. There are many in the smoldering wastes. If you find one, use the Kongamoto to spray them with our Silverdew. Please be sure to repeat this 3 times. If they are repelled by the smell, we will know our customers will be satisfied. The Kin Tamer can help you load a Kangamato with your Silverdew, so you should go and speak with him. Alright, doing some quality control then. Troubling news, very troubling. Much of our crop is substandard. We hope this bundle is not. There, this Kongamato is ready. She's now equipped with the Silverdew. Bring back good news, Hunter. Alright, off we go. Let's go scare off some dragons. I feel bad about this. We're trying to make peace with them, and here we are terrorizing them. It feels like there's a real mixed message happening right now. Although, yes, the dragons floating around or flying around the smoldering wastes are generally the ones who are sided with Needhog, from what I understand. That's the only rationalization I can come up with. Oh, you want us to go up on... Okay. Yeah, fair enough. We need flight in this area, then. What is this? The smell, it is unbearable. Well, there's one success. And hello again, are you the same one? How dare you spray this offensive smoke in my face for a second time? It'll be hours before my eyes stop watering and I can rid myself of the rancid taste. Okay, you went that way. We're gonna go this way so we can get a second dragon. Because I don't think that's a very good test if we just test it on one poor asshole 3 times. We're testing if it works on dragons, not dragon. Oh no. Oh no, is this somehow the same guy again? But you flew the other way! This shall not be forgotten! Lest you should do so again. Be warned, I will tear you apart! Well, that guy's day is thoroughly ruined, but hey, it definitely works! On that one guy. Alright, let's get back. Good bad news, bad good news. We tested it on one guy 3 times and he fucking hates us now. So it works on that one guy. The Silver Dew was effective in driving off dragon. This is very reassuring to hear. We will include it in today's shipment. While the supply of Silver Dew as we cultivate is meager, we hope to one day grow enough to fill all our commissions. We think that things will at least go more smoothly than the time we tried to plant our own tasty greens. We should have realized sooner this was not a good idea. The delightful crunchy plants is too delicious for us to resist. Okay, so it actually went well, you just ate it before it was done. Fair enough. Good food is like that. And at full pelt. The Vath Kenai has a rather hairy task for us to tackle. Your fleshy skin and warm blood gives you strength in the ice and snow, whereas our shells do little to stave off the cold. Yes, to such climates, fleshlings are well suited, but in Kurthus even your kind must wrap themselves in furs. Yes, the convictors ever have need of warm pelts, yet we do not know which beasts are best suited for this purpose, or if what we would provide will even suffice. We have enlisted Grimold's help. We will split the reward, however, he requires assistance. Great Hunter, please go to him. Interesting. We're basically making Grimold do the work, and the Vath get part of the... I guess the Vath get a finder's fee pay for finding the job. Is that just how all the Adventurers Guilds work? I guess that's fair. Alright, Grimold, what do you need help with? Ah, so the buggers had enough common sense to send me someone with hands instead of claws. What a relief. Between the 2 of us, I reckon we should be able to finish this quickly. Now in these parts, the only beast with a hide thick enough to withstand Kurthan climates is the Bandersnatch. Luckily for us, I know just how to catch one. Here, take these scraps of meat. As soon as you lay them out, the beast ought to catch the scent. You'll have all the Bandersnatches you could ask for before you can count to 3. I'll stay here and see to the more mundane preparations once you've finished. I imagine you're as eager as I am to get this over with, so I'll let you be on your way. Alright, we are hunting Bandersnatches, and you're gonna do the actual skinning. Fair enough. Though I am a leather worker, I could do the skinning myself, and keep all of the reward. No, that wouldn't be fair. It's his job. We can't just take it out from under him. Bandersnatch? There you are. Alright, there's one. Why can't we just fight those Bandersnatches? Rude. fleshling lures us with a sweet sense of blood. Unforgivable. You're not a Bandersnatch. What are you doing here? This is not for you. We're hunting Bandersnatches. And what are they doing this far north anyway? Normally they stay down in the smoldering wastes. Alright, can I please get an actual Bandersnatch this time? There we are! Hello, Bandersnatch. Now then, back to Grimold to get the Bandersnatch pelts. Oh, I guess we already skinned it ourselves. Fair enough, I guess we're not dragging 2 whole Bandersnatches back to camp. I guess he's gonna do the actual leather working part of it. Again, I'm a leather worker, I could do this! But fine, I'll give you the pelts. Alright, Grimold, here you are. I bring you gifts. Oh-ho, you're back already without a scratch on you. So do tell, have you got anything to show for it? I do. 2 pelts. Scratchy fur obtained from a Bandersnatch, which if properly tanned will be able to fend off even the most frigid of winds. You mean to say you could have brought back 3, but a starved Noth beat a Bandersnatch to the bait? It's a bloody good thing I left the hunt into you, eh? A hungry Bandersnatch is one thing, a ravenous Noth is quite another. It wasn't that tough. The Vath, the Noth, I can't for the life of me tell the 2 apart. Thinking he's a friendly face, I'd have approached him for myself. Hell's bells, what a pathetic way to go. Well, I'll take things from here. If you could set the pelts over there, I'll make sure they're processed and will deliver them to the Convictory myself. Oh, and before I forget, here's your half of the payment. Alright. We're paid, let's get back. Hello, Vath Kenai. Good news, the job was mostly a success. You have finally returned. How was the hunt? We got attacked by a Noth in the middle of the fights. After smelling juicy flesh, one of the One Mind made an appearance and threatened you. How terrifying. But more than that, we are glad we did not send one of our brothers on this task. He would have eaten everything up before the traps were even baited. Yeah, that would not have been great. Alright then, all that's left is to max out our reputation, which will take 1 more daily, so I'll be back after the reset, and we will move on to the next tier. Alright, we are back and ready to move on to the next tier, it looks like. Vath Deftarm, what is the next plan for expanding the Adventurers Guild? The Vath Deftarm is looking at the colony stores of muskets, shaking his head. Well met, Master. Look at how the Adventurers Guild has grown. Our roster is filled with eager Vath, and our clients demand much more of us. Your contribution has been most welcome indeed. Though we no longer suffer from hunger, our safety is not yet guaranteed. The muskets we have stolen from the Noth have become unreliable. They rust and break easily. What kind of adventurer fights with such poor weapons? Our hive is young. We lack the proper metalworks to forge better muskets. The Vath with such a purpose have been hard at work securing proper resources. But it will take time. It will take a long time. Too long. In the meantime, we must make do in other ways. I thought to ask Gentilo, but he admitted he is not well versed in musket making. He spoke of the goblins, said they know a great deal about metalworks, but he said they are constant travelers with no true home. It is difficult to discern when they will pass through the Forelands. Actually, I know of a colony over in Idleshire. Plenty of goblins in there. Idleshire? A goblin settlement in the hinterlands? How fortunate that you would know of such a place. Master, surely you could introduce me. What excitement I feel knowing I can travel on another journey. I am itching at the chance. I will prepare right now. Polish my musket, clean my mandibles. Meet me at the border in the west, guarded by the stone door, beyond the domain of dragons. Alright then, off we go to the western exit towards the hinterlands. Hello, Vath Deftarm, good to see you made it over here safely. Gentilo said the goblins are not like man. Could they be likened to dragons, I wonder, with gnashing teeth and... No, nothing like that. Master, they come. Oh? Oh god, the one mind again. They're not gonna let you go that easily. They hate it. They hate it when anyone leaves. Alright, well, they're out of the way, so we should be good to move on. Their voices were toneless, but alluring. They repeated their message over and over. Halt your travels. Why do they try to interfere? It frustrates me, but I will not let them win. I will keep on to the hinterlands. They really want you back in the one mind, it seems. I mean, that makes sense. Alright, looks like we're not making it all the way to Idleshire. Oh, it's so raining over here. Making a quick stop by this massive building. Hey, Deftarm, if you're planning on talking with the goblins in this building, I wouldn't recommend it. That's the Illuminati. Master, allow me to explain. He came out of nowhere and attacked with a knife. I had no choice but to shoot. Good work defending yourself. That was indeed one of the Illuminati. You're safe. Though that is also a goblin. Illuminati? He was not from the goblin settlement we seek. Somehow I am relieved. His savageness reminded me of the One Mind. I was worried all goblins were like him. I was taken aback by his face. It was so... No, never mind. Perhaps it is best not to say. Well, rest in peace. Maybe don't attack random passersby. Alright, onwards to Idleshire. Slowfix, I bring a friend to make a deal with you. Hoping for a nice, healthy, fruitful relationship. Do goblins have mouths to speak, or do they also communicate through the mind? No, not through the mind. They just have a mask on. Shko, shko! Behind you, Uplander. Massive crawly bug armed with deadly weapon. No, that's a friend. That's the Vath Deftarm. I brought him to make a trade agreement with you. Shko, not crawly bug, but walkie bug. Seeks gobby metalworkings. Happy to oblige we are, but Slowfix is not the gobby with whom Uplander should trade tongue flaps. Seek dry docks. Dry ducks? What purpose does one have with a name like that? Well, not all societies and cultures have their names based on their job or purpose in life. Shko! Uplander needs hand lending. Dry Docks never tires of giving out busy tasks. Ah, a walkie bug! It has been many years since Dry Docks saw your kind. I call myself the Vath Deftarm. I am an adventurer just like Master. You have met walkie bugs like me before? Before founding Free Nation in Idleshire, Gobbyflock traveled far and wide. When Dry Docks was small gobby, walkie bugs wielding boomsticks attacked our tendering. I see, it must have been the One Mind who attacked you. But I mean you no harm, I have come to befriend the goblins. But I did not expect you to be such strange-looking creatures. Did Dry Docks ear catch walkie bug right? Cannot tell skull from city parts and he says gobbies look strange. My apologies, I did not mean to be rude. Slowfix tells me you can make muskets, very good muskets. Muskets are what I seek, like this one. Walkie wants boomstick like this one. Even Baby Gobby with blind default can craft better boomstick. For Jingly Shine, Dry Docks will crafty build best boomstick. Gives word bond. Jingly Shine? I know not what that is, so I do not have any. I came to offer my services in exchange for boomsticks. No, Jingly Shine! So Walkie Bug wants boomsticks as quest prize? Very well. Collector's Quarter is filled with debris. If Deftarm wants boomsticks, Deftarm must go and clear away. I decline. Clearing away rocks is no duty for an adventurer. Adventurers fight monsters, procure items of great worth. Now hold on. I've had far worse requests than this, you know. Adventurers do all sorts of tasks. Is adventuring not supposed to be glorious? I thought it was supposed to be glorious. But you are right, Master. I am fortunate to have been given a task to perform. Clearing rocks is a worthwhile duty. Uplander, can Drydox trust you with check work? Make certain that Walkiebug clears Collector's Quarter with fastness. I'll do it. Ooh, that was not a great interaction we had just there. Deftarm, you gotta be a little bit less full of yourself. I want to say the Collector's Quarters is out the west exit? Nope, I was wrong. Just outside the east exit, in fact. So we have the Collector's Quarter, so that's going to be for gatherers. The Maker's Quarter is going to be crafters. What do we have? Oh, come on, map, work with me. Over here we have the Answering Quarter. No clue what that's supposed to be. I can't believe that only just clicked for me, though. Collector's Quarters and Maker's Quarters. If Master has done simple tasks like these on her own, I can do it too. It's no use. It won't budge, and my arms are tired. Perhaps a snack will rejuvenate me. Pshko! Drydox grows impatient and comes to check work. Shko, what is this stinky sweet smell? It makes Drydox's belly do whirly turns. These are Nanka eggs. Succulent and juicy they are. Would you like one? Yes, but first, Drydox must remove mask. No sneaky peekers. Shko, tasty fresh. Like party in mouth with all Gobbyflock invited. More stink eggs. Perhaps we can alter the deal. If you craft boomsticks and metalworks for the Vath, I shall bring you more Nanka eggs. Mountains of Nanka eggs. What a relief that the goblins enjoy the same taste as we. Let us return to the storyteller right away. Make the final arrangements. Alright, it worked out. That is a huge relief. Alright, back to the storyteller then. Alright. Storyteller, I return. But I take it the Deftarm has not. The Deftarm is not here. Did you not see him on the main road? This bodes ill. He acts strangely lately. We worry he may have strayed to heed the whispers of the One Mind. Be wary of the Deftarm Hunter. Our connection to the Overmind has been sundered, but all Vath have a lingering link to the One Mind. Some have a stronger link than others. You must have seen his struggle with the whispers as we have. The One Mind's thoughts against his, it is like 100 voices humming in unison. He is overwhelmed and cannot act. To be truly freed from the threat of the One Mind, his sense of self must be powerful. Powerful enough to overcome their whispers. If he doubts his purpose, the link may grow stronger. He will forget himself and return to Lothas Nath. But we cannot let that happen. He is our brother. He is Vath. The One Mind must be beckoning in towards their hive. He cannot have gone far. Great Hunter, you must bring him back to his senses. Alright, we will go quickly. We definitely have noticed that he still hears the One Mind. We're gonna have to do whatever we can to strengthen his resolve and make sure he doesn't return to them. Does not help that the main road we had to take led past Lothas Nath. I imagine the proximity does not help. Though it looks like he may still be on the main road indeed. Deftarm, there you are! What are you looking at? Alright then. Let me grab my keyboard so we can get his attention. Come here, keyboard. Deftarm? Yes, that is who I am. The Vath Deftarm. I am an adventurer. But what am I doing so far from the colony? I shall hurry back at once. That is definitely concerning. He did lose himself there for a minute, but we got him back. We're gonna have to figure out a way to help strengthen his sense of purpose. It seems he may be having some misunderstandings about what an adventurer is, or whether it's something that he actually wants to do. So we're gonna have to figure out some way to help with that. Alright, Deftarm, good to see you made it back. I spoke with the storyteller. He explained what is happening to me, about why I lose my way, about why I struggle to fight the One Mind. I am sorry for staying silent, Master. I thought I could overcome this on my own. I thought if I declared my purpose, the voices of the One Mind would vanish. Instead, they have grown louder. Oh, my mind, it is full of questions, heavy questions. I fear many things, but I fear losing myself the most. I know perhaps the One Mind still calls me because my purpose is not strong enough. I must do whatever it takes to become a capable adventurer. Accept more tasks of my own, reap more rewards, then the One Mind will whisper no longer. Best of luck, and we will be here to help you at every step we can. The goblins of Idleshire are now clients of the Adventurers Guild. And we have reached respected reputation. Alright, before we wrap up for the day, let's check out what the Stick Peddler has for us. For regular sales, we already have the Wind Up Vath. These are old news. We have more crafting materials. Nothing new there. How about from the Black Copper Gill Exchange? Well, there is new stuff there. It's just not quite what we're looking for. It's the same. Alright, more crafting materials. Not quite anything we're looking for. No collectibles. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, then, we are wrapping up this tier of Alexander, and then continuing to help the Vath Deftarm build his Adventurers Guild. I will see everyone next time for that.